Hey there everyone, this is Jeff Perkins with JD Cutlery putting together a quick video on some of the new PMP knives that are just gigantic, overbuilt beast, but I tell you what, they are so much fun. I never would have guessed that flipping a knife as big as a Titanus would be as fun as it is. And holy cow, talking about a conversation piece, these things are just crazy. So what we've got here in the video, these are the only two that I have in stock currently, two different models. I have the Titanus and the Kodiak. I'll go ahead and run through the overall specs just so you get a good idea of just how big these beasts are. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at each knife and all the anodizing that we've done on them. So the Titanus is an overall length of 9.25 inches with a 4-inch blade made of Bowler M390. Overall weight on this beast is 11.71 ounces. It is a right-hand tip-up carry, all titanium components, ceramic ball bearings in the pivot, steel lock bar inserts for your lock interface. They all come with a nice case, a hard case that's cut out so the knife fits in. This is the one for the Kodiak. And they give you a cool little card that gives you kind of a description of the knife, that kind of thing. So they are made in China. PMP is the designer, and from what I've gathered from a little bit of research, Maxace is actually the company that is manufacturing the knives. And as you know, with all the other Maxaces that we've had in stock, they love to build big overbuilt things, big overbuilt masterpieces, and PMP and Maxace definitely lines up with that overall philosophy of big overbuilt knives. So we'll go ahead and go through these. That's the basics on the Titanus. The basic information on the Kodiak. Again, you're looking at a 9.125 inch overall length, closed length of 5.125, another blade length of 4 inches, again with M390 drop point blade. Let's see, so all titanium components. The weight on this one isn't quite as bad. It is 9.98 ounces, so just a hair under 10 ounces. But yep, all titanium components on that one as well. You got a thumb stud for flipping. The Titanus, you've got the finger cut out, or the hole cut out in the blade, as well as a flipper tab. And let's just go ahead and start running through these bad boys. Go ahead and do these one at a time. So this is the first of the Titanus. Polished out and given a great bronze storm treatment. Polished out all of the extra hardware and did that a nice royal blue. Really pops nicely against that storm treatment. You can see the blue all the way back down in there. Your lockup is nice and early. So these things, I mean, look how monstrous that thing is closed. Just a beautiful knife though. And it really flips very nicely. For as big as that blade is, the flipper tab definitely deploys it nicely. And then you can finger flick that sucker out from the back side, no problem. Definitely easier than some of the Maxaces. And nice thumb flip as well. So really just an awesome conversation piece. I have kind of fallen in love with this model. At some point I will probably need to own one, just so I've got that piece in my pocket and pulling my pants down. I have found that it does fit nicely in the knife pocket on your 511 tactical pants. Surprisingly enough, it fits in there pretty nicely. And with a decent belt, you can actually walk around with it in your pocket. So this one is a nice high voltage to teal blue background with a really nice bronze Superstorm treatment. Bronzed out all the hardware, backspacer, and everything. Really turned out very nice looking. The blade is logoed with PMP's logo and then the Titano. No logoing on the opposite side. They center in really nicely, and again, it just, once you get that blade going, that sucker just keeps going and locks right in. Just a fun knife to play with, and definitely that conversation piece. Is it practical? Heck no. That's a beast of a knife. Like I said, it'll pull your pants down. You're not wearing this sucker with shorts and no belt. You gotta have a belt if you're gonna put a Titano in your pocket. So this one, like I said, lockup's really good. Just a fun knife to play with. I'm really enjoying these. The Kodiak here I've done with a satin finish, green background, and then given it a blue stone wash, and I matched all the hardware blue, and then polished out that massive backspacer and storm treated it, as well as the pocket clip on the other side. So definitely gave this one a lot of extra life, a lot of color. They have hidden the screws on both of the lock bar inserts on both of these knives. So the screws are on the back side, but yes, they do have a steel lock bar insert. Centered in very nicely. And this one, I mean, it flies out. For the size, definitely not as big and bulky as the Titano, but the Kodiak has a massive blade as well, and it really opens very nicely. So the Kodiak has the PMP knives, actually says Kodiak as well as M390 on it, and you've got that thumb stud deployment. So if you are in the market for a fun knife that's going to grab a lot of attention as you show people, flip it out, pull that sucker out, and let people see what you've got in your pocket, PMP Knives is really producing some fun, unique knives. And I was very pleasantly surprised. I was afraid that they were so big that they might just not deploy very well, that type of thing. Definitely a very pleasant surprise that they deployed much better than I expected. So, like I said, if you're looking for something massive, overbuilt, totally unique, not practical, this is your ticket. It's a fun knife to play with, and definitely will grab a conversation anytime you get the opportunity to pull it out. So check these and all the other knives that we're working on out on our website, www.jdcutlery.com. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.